Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm going to be sharing a really cool, funny story today. I do have an audience, but that's fine. So right now I'm in Washington, D.C. It's 41 degrees outside. In my mind, it's the morning, but it's actually afternoon. And what I want to talk to you about is how I use the power of my mind and a few Neville Goddard techniques to manifest finding my friend's stolen phone. So when someone steals a phone, you are not getting it back. But in this case, the story has a complete different ending because we use the power of our mind. So me and two friends, we went out. One of our friends lost their phone, and then the next morning they were tracking it with iCloud, and we saw it around this building, and it kept going a block from into this location, this park or whatever that's next to this building. And long story short, my friend didn't have her phone. She'd been calling it all day. The person's not picking up, and she's like, what are they doing with my phone? So we go out, we're eating lunch. It's about to be the evening around this time. And my friend's calling and calling. She's playing the alarm. She sees that her phone's about to die. She's losing hope. They're not going to get this thing. But my other friend was also determined that they would get her phone back. So let me actually just give everyone names. We're going to call my friend that lost her phone Apple. And the other one, we're going to call her Apple and Cindy. So Apple and Sydney were very convinced that they were going to get their phone back, but Apple was starting to lose faith because she lost her phone, and she was really, really frustrated about that. And so at this lunch table, I decided to just write in my notepad that Apple found her phone. Apple's so happy to finally have her phone back. And I literally just wrote these two lines in my phone's notepad. Now, right before I wrote this down, the person called Apple back and said, "Hey, I have your phone and you have to pay me money to get it back." They were trying to finesse and say, "Hey, you have to pay us money back to get the phone." And we were super sussed out because I'm like, does this person have a gun? Are they dangerous? What's going on? So they tell us to meet them up at CVS. And my friends are freaking out at this point because we're all okay, we're three women about to go confront this man that wants money for the phone. And so I tell my friends, I'm like, listen, this is exactly what's going to happen. We're going to get there, and the guy will have no option. The guy will have no other choice but to politely hand us the phone in our hand. And that's exactly what's going to happen, and nothing else will happen. And I had to say that probably 3 times because we were all what are we going to do? Who's going to come up? Are we gonna have to yell? Getting all ready? And I'm like, guys, no, this is gonna be so peaceful. We're gonna go up to him. He's going to politely put the phone in our hands. He has no other choice, and that's exactly how it's gonna happen, period. And then they were like, period. Apple was like, period. Sydney was like, period. And we went, we saw the guy. He knew it was us because we came barging in with that energy. And what happened is we got our phone. He literally just looked us in the eye, placed it just like this, and I went like that and picked up the phone, and that was it. We got back the stolen phone. Notice that he said he was literally trying to finesse us to pay him for the phone until I wrote down that my friend has our phone. He calls back and is like, "Hey, I'm going to meet you guys in front of CVS and give you the phone." Never take anything in this external reality as 100%. Anything that you want to shift, anything that you want to revise, anything that you want to have, you can have it. This is giving grocery store cupcake. AKA it is not giving. Yeah. I think you got the point. So now I'm gonna go inside because it's 41 degrees and I'm freezing. I hope you enjoyed the story. Never take no for an answer. Just because something's lost doesn't mean it can't be found when you use the secret power of your imagination.